shares with us, be a part of us. At this time, I'd like to introduce to us our guest speaker for today, Cameron.
How y'all doing today? So I'm gonna start y'all off with a simple question. Everybody should know it. When life gives you lemons, what do? You make lemonade, right? Now you're probably thinking, how am I gonna tie this into a lesson? Lemons make lemonade, right? How's that a lesson? Lemons are problems in our life, and lemonade is how we turn these problems into something positive. When a lemon sits out for too long, what happens to it? Let's say you leave it on the counter. What happens to that lemon if you just let it sit? It rots, it goes bad, it probably starts to smell, and then you can no longer use it for something good, right? Once it's bad. In the Bible, David was a normal person. No powers, no super strength, but he had courage. In the Bible story, David had to fight Goliath. He was an armored, tall, strong brute. He was a warrior. Everybody was afraid of this guy, right? Do y'all know the story? Clearly, this must be a lemon for David, right? It's a problem for him. I mean, this guy, he eats bean, rice, and cornbread. That's all. This guy's big, right? So how does David turn his lemon into lemonade? David believed in God would help him to win. He was confident God was stronger than any man. David, in the story, he used 5 smooth stones. He put it into a bag, and he used 5 simple stones to kill this warrior. The stones were placed there many years before David was alive. They were formed by God. So what does this tell us about our lemons? God already knows, and he already has a solution to make our lemons lemonade. So when we have a problem in our life, we can't just think negative. We have to think about the positive. How can we turn something that's sour, it seems like it has no purpose in life? How do we do that, and how do we turn it into something positive? I know that was really short, but I think that's all I have.
Sir, great job. Y'all give Cameron another round. Good job, Cameron. It is so funny that you spoke on lemons, because this week while I was in class, I had another teacher come knock on my door. He said, listen, I'm going to play this song for y'all. I'm going to play this song because we have smart boards and we can do all that fancy stuff. And so he puts this song, and y'all got to get up and dance. But the name of this song is Lemonade, and it is talking about how Jesus makes us lemonade. So, yeah, by Forrest Frank. Stand up, stand up, stand up. Y'all got it. Come on, come on. He's going to be doing the moves.
The love of God has got me clean, no old spies. That desert I was in was deep, so dry. But now I'm out here feeling free, so fly. I'm chilling in the shade. Life gave me some lemon.
Jesus be making lemonade, y'all. It's so good. It's such a good song. And y'all can do this little. Come on, Alec, because I know you know this dance. Come up here with me. Come
Love
on.
of God has got me clean, no old spies. That desert I was in was deep, so dry. But now I'm out here feeling free, so fly. I'm chilling in the shade. Life gave me some lemons, but my Jesus, he be making lemonade. Lemonade. My Jesus making lemonade. Lemonade. I watch my worries wash up. Lemonade, it's gonna be okay. I gave me some lemons, but my Jesus, he be making lemonade with that living water. Spirit, Son, Holy Father, never thought he really got us. I guess he just forgot that God works everything for better. No matter what the weather, he knits it all together. Cozier than a sweater, lighter than a feather. Just thinking about the things you've done. You mix the sorrow with the sweet. That's the perfect remedy. The love of God has got me clean. No old spies. That desert I was in was deep, so dry. But now I'm out here feeling free, so fly. I'm chilling in the shade. Life gave me some lemons, but my Jesus, he be making lemonade. Lemonade. My Jesus making lemonade. Lemonade. I watch my worries wash up. Lemonade. It's gonna be okay. Life gave me some lemons, but my Jesus, he be making lemonade. Sugar cane on a summer day. Ain't my Jesus better than the words I could ever say? Promise that the great, the good, the bad would come along. Cause if life is always easy, probably doing something wrong. He comforts in the sorrow, he's giving in the loss. He stole the shame I carried and wore it on the cross. Providing me a future and manna for today. Life tried to give me lemons, but my Jesus making lemonade. Lemonade. My Jesus making lemonade. Lemonade. I watch my worries wash up. Lemonade. It's gonna be okay. I gave me some lemons, but my Jesus, he be making lemonade.
All right, guys. You know God's got a plan because He had this plan a long time before David came along by making the stones, getting the stones ready, and He's got plans for you guys. Even if you don't communicate with God right, He's still lining things up in your life. I'm going to talk to you about my brother just a minute. He got up Friday morning getting ready to go to work. He gets in his truck. He drives over to Purdue. He works at Purdue, been there for a long time. He gets out of his truck and he starts walking across the parking lot. He gets dizzy, falls down. Well, God had already had a plan. He possibly could have kept this from happening if he wanted to, but the plan is God's plan, and it's not my job to question the plan. Well, one of his coworkers saw what was going on and called 911. Purdue is right across the road from where? The hospital. So let's say that he would have had this episode at the house when he was getting in his truck. Where was he at? He was 10 miles from the hospital. Nobody around to help him. Let's say he had it 2 minutes earlier while he was driving his truck down the road and he swerved into another car or to a pole. What could have happened there? Could have lost his life. Somebody else could have lost their life. So some bad things is happening right here at this point, but it's in the right place. Ambulance gets there and gets him, and he's had a stroke. And the helicopter comes and gets him in 26 minutes. He's in Chapel Hill. How many of y'all can get to Chapel Hill in 26 minutes? That's a 2-hour drive, guys, for any of us. So God had already had Pastor Marvin at Duke visiting Miss Lou, which is only 20 minutes from Chapel Hill, maybe even 10. So when the helicopter was landing, Pastor Marvin was already there. So God was lining everything up as good as he could for what we're facing. For what we're going to face things in our life, guys. And you got to look back and say, well, he's making lemonade for me. Because wound up having a massive stroke, and they went in and got some blood clots out. Y'all might have heard some of it earlier. Some of you probably didn't because you was talking and playing, but that's another story. But the whole thing is who got up this morning thinking that the day would be your last day on this earth? Anybody think about that? Say, man, this could be my last day. Do you know that one of these days that is in the near future for some of us, and could be in the near future for some of you, could be your last day? Y'all know we're not promised another day. This could be all of our last days. We don't know what's coming. How many of us know Jesus in our heart good enough to know that if this is my last day, I'm going to be with him and everything's going to be okay? And how many of us has got a little worry in us that, not sure. Because if you're not sure, let me tell you something, you're sure. Y'all understand that? If you're not sure if you're going to heaven or not, you are sure. Because your answer is you're not. There ain't no in between. It can't be, well, I think. If you think, you're probably not. The only way to know for sure is to say, Jesus Christ died on the cross for me, and I love him, and I want to be in heaven. So if everybody say this prayer with me, say, Jesus, I ask you right now, come into my heart. I love you, and if today's my last day, I know I'll be with you. Amen. All right, guys, y'all give Jesus a clap offering. Okay, Mr. Dwayne, come on down.
I want y'all. I was watching YouTube TV this morning before I come to church, and a famous actor that I like, Clint Eastwood, he's in his 90s. He gave a testimony. He just got saved, and he said this stuck to me. You could go out there on YouTube, watch this testimony. He said all the other religions, they make you pull a rope to pull you're climbing a rope to get closer to your God. Only Christianity, where God sent His Son down to us and died and paid for all of our price. And this guy's 90 some years old. He's, made it all the way to the top in his industry. But he was sitting there thinking about life, what's going to happen to all his stuff after he dies, what's going to happen to him. Is he he didn't know nothing about, and so he was with a friend of his that was in the movie industry, and he knew the guy had changed, but the guy didn't force his beliefs on him. He just asked me, he says, what's changed about you? He goes, I noticed something about you. You're always happier now. He said, I accepted Jesus Christ as my personal Savior. He told me to read the 4 Gospels. He said, and then he goes, study. Well, Clint Eastwood studied. His testimony is about 20 minutes long, but it's a real good one. But I really liked about the rope. All the other religions make you pull yourself up to your God. Only our religions lets God come down to us to pay for it all. And Jimmy gave it all.
Thank you, guys. We already done the prayer, so that's all I got. You got anything? You want to let them go shoot some ball, play some volleyball? Y'all free to go over and play a little bit? Hey, just what you got? Hold on, we got something else going on here. Come on down, big buddy.
This is a story about my grandpa. There's 3 things in lemonade. There's a lemon, a little sour part, sugar, sweet, and water makes it drink. So let's say my grandpa, he was a bit of the lemon. He was a bit sour. This a long time ago, and then something changed him. The sugar came, and sugar was Logan. He was born. My brother. He wasn't fully a lot better, but he was skinned. Then the water came. I was born. My grandpa changed that day. He used to be real mean. Then he became a good old man. That's what I got.
All right, guys, that's what it's all about right there. Being able to, when you can see where God's working in other people's lives, man, that draws you closer than ever. And I can see where God was ordaining everything that happened to my brother, putting him in the right place at the right time, having people there. I mean, why would the pastor be in Durham at the same time my brother's flying up there? That's just, it ain't like he goes up there every day, guys. He goes up there maybe once a month at the most. But for all that to happen and for him to have his stroke right there in the parking lot at pretty much at the hospital, so he was able to get, I mean, God is ordaining things. And if you want things lined up in your life, you got to talk to Jesus. You got to have a little talk with Jesus. Tell him all about your trouble. You ever heard that song? You ain't never heard that song? Who wants to sing? And Emily, come and sing it.
No, I didn't.
Get us all to sing it. Come on, one time.
Now let us have a little talk with Jesus. Let us tell him all about our troubles. He will hear our faintest cry, and he will answer by and by. When you feel a little prayer will turn, and you will know a little fire is burning. When you have a little talk with Jesus, makes it right. Now let us have a little talk with Jesus. Let us tell him all about our troubles. He will hear our faintest cry, and he will answer by and by. When you feel a little prayer will turn, and then you'll know a little fire is burning. Have a little talk with Jesus, makes it right.
Now y'all know the song. That's a good song, ain't it? It's a little catchy too. So y'all be singing it the rest of the day to be in your ear. I want you to think that all day because me, I do that to Emily a lot. I just go along and sing a song when I get around her, and then I wait to see how long it takes her to start singing it. It don't take long. Yeah, what I do? What's the last one I did? Walk a mile in my shoes. Oh, I said that. Then a few minutes later, she said, "Walk a mile in my shoes." So I got her. But you got to have fun, guys. You got to have fun with your family because family is all we have. You might think your friends is the coolest and the best, but let me tell you, when you graduate from high school, your family's still going to be there. Your friends is going to, some of them will be in your life a little bit, but your family's going to be there your whole life. Keep them close, pray for them, and talk to them about Jesus. That's the most important things you can do in your life. All right, y'all free to go.